Hello everybody and welcome back to a random Battleground. Today we're going to be playing a Holy Paladin. These are the talents we're going to be running. Most of these talents are pretty cookie cutter across the board. The two that you can really swap around as you feel fit is Crusader's Might is an option. Wouldn't recommend it for Battlegrounds purely because if you're getting the full benefit of Crusader's Might, you're keeping Crusader Strike on cooldown, which means you're in melee range. And honestly, if you're in melee range and they're not attacking you, that's more of a problem on them and not... It's just not reliable, is all I'll say on that. We're going to be running Glimmer of Light here. It's really good because we're going to be using Holy Shock on cooldown. An alternative is Beacon of Faith. I like to put this on the other healer. It's actually probably the better option, but I'm already going to be playing and talking at the same time, which is pretty difficult. I'm not going to lie. So remembering to keep Beacon of Faith up is not what I want to do right now. I've already got too much going on, because if you die or the target that you put this on dies, you have to then reapply it. So don't really want to deal with that right now while I'm recording the video. Another talent to pay attention to is going to be Divine Favor. We have to hard cast a lot as a Holy Paladin. Obviously, we want to try not to. But Holy Paladin's flaw, in my opinion, is that it does need to hard cast. And Divine Favor softens that blow by making us uninterruptible while it's active. So in BGs, you can beacon whoever you want. I'm a little lazy. I always just like to beacon myself. In this BG in particular, because I'm going to be explaining everything I want to do and why, I'm going to be heading mid first, and the reason I go mid first is in this BG, it doesn't happen every time. I'm not a man that deals in absolutes. If the middle is lost, the BG tends to be lost pretty quick. This BG is pretty one-sided. It just kind of comes down to who gets mid early on. Okay, so I'm going to do my best to explain, but there's a lot happening right now. The first thing I did was I activated my aura that it decreases everyone's damage that's near me, or decreases their incoming damage. As you can see, though, this is a pretty lost battle. So instead of staying, I'm someone that actually likes to try to live. So we're just going to get out of this. We're going to do our best to actually get out of this, but we're probably being chased. Yes, we are. Which means that what we're gonna do is we're gonna bail out. If they're gonna chase us down, we might not, but they did stop. So we went ahead and survived. So we're gonna go ahead and take that as a win and head somewhere else. So let me kind of break down what happened. It was hard to explain while I was doing all that, but the first thing I did was use Aura Mastery, which mixed with Devotion Aura decreases everyone's damage. And the reason I did that is because I knew we were about to have a team-on-team fight. Then what I'm trying to do is basically, while I'm not getting attacked, I'm using Light of the Martyr a ton. It's such a good heal. It's mana efficient. The only problem is it damages you. But if you're not being hit, it's not that big of a deal. Melee's attacking you is probably the best thing ever as a Paladin. Because that means you can keep Crusader Strike on cooldown, which gives you more holy power. Every time we get 3 holy power, if anyone is remotely hurt, we are going to use it on Holy Ward. However, if it seems like everyone is slightly hurt rather than someone is severely hurt, we might throw out a Light of Dawn. Not recommended, but can be an option. And as you can see, to keep myself up through all that damage, the melee was on me, so I was using Crusader Strike and Holy Shock on cooldown, building up 3 holy power, using all Word of Glory on myself, and rinse and repeat. Things that I did there also, I used a Divine Favor because I was going to die and I didn't have time to fish for more holy power. So what I did was I used a Divine Favor to let myself get a hard cast off, so that way I could actually heal myself up. And the good thing about BGs is whenever you use Divine Favor, a lot of people, since it's a BG, aren't really paying a lot of attention. Yeah, he's gone. I tried. Light of the Martyr might have saved him there, but he was in a lot of trouble, and I don't think I have any backup, so I'm actually not going to run here. I'm going to let myself die so I can get rezzed. Come on. Get me, so I can die. Hit me. Hit me! Thank you. There we go. Oh, I've lost my train of thought. What was I talking before I tried to die? What was I saying? Regardless, we'll just move forward. We'll move forward. Let's go ahead and take a look at the map. Let's figure out exactly what we can do here. So, as you can see, the only base we've got is this one. Looks like we have this one down here as well. We've got some people heading up to quarry. So, I guess what we'll do is we'll join these two on the assaults on the quarry. We've got this guy who's actually going to cause us a lot of problems. So, we're going to go ahead and hodge him. And then use our 2 divine steeds to get as far away from him as possible to prevent him from putting pressure on my allies as we get close here. And per usual, we're going to go ahead and be fishing for holy power. If someone gets near me, I'll Crusader strike them. Otherwise, I choose to not use it, obviously. But we're kind of getting demolished everywhere I go, which is really unfortunate. If you look at the healing done, I'm not that high up there. And this is why. 3 deaths. The other shaman also has 3 deaths, so he's doing really good, to be completely honest. But this BG has been very weird so far. Honestly, it's one of my least favorite battlegrounds. I feel like it's very difficult to control the map. And it's... I don't know. This map, it's so hard to make decisions on, I feel like. There's never a clear decision. And I don't know if people enjoy that or not, but like, I personally don't. We're going to stay really far back here. We'll try to keep this warlock up, but I really don't want to engage this if I don't have to. We are way outnumbered right now. Whoa! What just took my health down? I actually don't know what just happened there. That must have been something that I'm not used to with the pre-patch. I don't understand how I just died right there. Like, why did my health just plummet to 10%, seemingly for no reason? I would recap, but I don't think the recap would go back that far. Interesting. I've got more to learn. I've always got more to learn, though. I'm not someone that ever thinks I know it all. There's no way to know it all. And if you think you know it all, you're holding yourself back. Alright. Looks like we have a bigger assault squad going up here, but I still think they're walking into a slaughter. I'll approach and try to heal as best I can, but this is going to be rough. So we're going to keep our distance. We're not being attacked, so we're going to Light of the Martyr as much as possible. And they're dead. We need to get out of here. And we're dead. Wow. It seems like this top left corner is a gear nightmare. It seems like everyone there has gear. Because everyone's dying extraordinarily fast. Unfortunately fast. They are up here now attacking our graveyard, so we do have the advantage. I'm going to do my best to keep this guy alive, but he's going exceptionally deep, and when that happens, sometimes there's just nothing you can do. Melee like to go deep, and you just got to deal with what you got. So we're in, yeah. Oh, that was perfect timing on that res. So we should technically be winning this fight slowly over time, but I don't know if it's happening. I'm not sure if we're just got a lack of damage or if they're just killing us too quickly or what, but I'm doing my best to keep everyone up here. Gonna throw out a Hodge there. Continue to keep everyone up. Use my holy power as much as possible. Keep fishing for that holy power. And that's basically what we're gonna be doing on the Holy Paladin. Get to 3 holy power as much as humanly possible. Hard cast only when you absolutely have to. And if you can, use Divine Favor. I did use Divine Favor there, and it did not stop the interrupt from the beam, which is interesting. These are the little things that you think I would know by now, but sometimes I don't. So on res here, what we're going to do is immediately bubble. Actually, I'm going to Hodge the healer. Hodge healer. And what I'm going to do is then immediately pressure healer. Basically, I'm not giving up. Regardless of how bad the situation is, don't forget to never give up. Even if you're a DPS and you think it's all over, don't stop. There is a lot to learn from these situations. Like, I'm gonna do my best to stay alive as long as I can in this situation, regardless of what's happening. Like, right now, I have spawned, I immediately want to get my holy power up. And I'm not just gonna heal myself. This isn't just me trying to survive. I want to do this situation as best as I possibly can. And regardless, oh, that beam. Regardless of whether we're losing or not, I don't care. The goal is now to officially keep trying. See this guy right here? He's dead, and he's outside of the res range. Or wait, no he wasn't. He was just trying to run away. My apologies for thinking he was outside the res range. That's the second time cleanse did damage to me. There's something warlocks are doing that's causing my cleanse to hurt me. Interesting. I need to pay attention to when I'm cleansing, because warlocks are hurting me when I cleanse. That's not fun. Anyway, a lot of people like to give up in this situation. They'll go, well, that's GG, game over, and then they just stop playing. But the reality of the situation is when you have this much pressure on you, you can learn a lot. You're gonna play a lot better in these situations where there's this much pressure. It feels like I'm getting my ass beat. And guess what? I am getting my ass beat. Remember Dragon Ball Z whenever Goku is on the Kami's planet for the first time and he can't even move? Well, guess what happens when he keeps trying? Eventually, he's fast enough to catch all the people on that planet, lift billions of pounds on that planet, and fuck people up. Well, think of it like that. This is the intense gravity. Right here. You think it's bad. You think this is no fun. This is an amazing opportunity to learn. And it sounds like I'm hounding this and beating a dead horse and blah, 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 blah. But I see too many people give up in these situations, and it's frustrating to me. But we're going to keep going. Okay. On res. So what do we got? We need to go ahead and start fishing. Let's go ahead and stun the main damage over here, because we're not going to get a kill. We've kind of already decided getting a kill here isn't going to happen, which is really unfortunate. So instead of stunning the healer, instead what I'm going to do is try to prevent as much incoming damage as possible. In that case, maybe my team can set up a kill. But unfortunately, they've got enough people here that this is getting really difficult to deal with. And a lot of our team has run out, so I think we're going to have to join them. Too much of the team has officially ran out, so I think we need to join them. Also, this player right here, you see this? This guy's never going to get better. He's going to be in BG chat, and you know what he's going to do? He's going to blame his team. So we're reporting him away. And I encourage everyone, when you see behavior like that, report them away. Use the system for what it's for, because toxic behavior like that's just not fun. Alright. Also, look at the score. It's not that bad. It looks worse than what it is from my perspective, purely because I'm getting camped in the graveyard. But in reality, it takes resources for the Alliance to be able to do that. And as you can see, those resources has only gotten them 3 bases instead of the 5 they could have if they weren't camping us. So thus, me and Shamfu here, we could get a base. And if we get a base, that's going to put us ahead of base. However, using this to continue to emphasize my point, imagine where we could be if that guy didn't give up. Like if he was actually here helping us right now. Imagine where we would be. We could potentially be winning. Anyway, alright. Let's continue to talk about what I'm doing here. So I had to lay on hands myself because this Demon Hunter's damage is just too high. I'm going to continue to use my 3 holy powers on Word of Glory. Continue to fish for the holy power. Continue to use Word of Glory. We're going to go ahead and bop him. He's taking too much damage. We're going to lay on hands. Going to use the thing that makes us uninterruptible. And unfortunately, I think we got stunned there because it did get canceled. That or Shamfu died. Either way, that was just an unwinnable situation. We started to get really overwhelmed there at the end. And look what happened. We're not even being farmed anymore. But then you've still got people like this, which is just absolutely toxic behavior. As I said, I encourage everyone to fight against this. Because it's a BG. This is casual. It's unranked. We're all here to practice and have fun. If you're doing BGs for anything besides practice and fun, except when gear comes around, I guess, then I'm not really sure why you're doing the BG to begin with. And don't worry, we'll do another Holy Paladin video, because obviously this one, not what it could be, just because of the state of this BG. But regardless, let's we're gonna upload it anyway. I think there's a lot to be learned here, regardless. Yeah, I think this is gonna just be a slow death from here on out. I think they might be coming back to the graveyard as well. Hopefully that's not the case. Nah, I don't think they are. Good. You know what? I'm actually gonna head up here to Quarry. We ended up capping it, and it looks like there's a fight going on. So let's go up here to Quarry. Alright. Unfortunately, I showed up right there at the end. Also, don't underestimate your damage on a Paladin. I don't know if you noticed how aggressive I went on that person that had low health, but the lower the health, the more damage you do as a Paladin. At least with the current Azerite traits. That's going to change a little bit when Azerite goes away, which I'm not complaining. But you still get to add Hammer of Wrath to your rotation and stuff, so to a certain degree, your damage still does go up the lower their health is. But obviously right now, depending on the health value... Oh, he's so dead. Dude, it's a hard lesson as a healer, but once you get better at healing and more used to it, you'll start to know when someone's dead and there's nothing you can do about it. Also, I really need to look into what's causing damage to me when I purify, because I just purified the Warlock's dots right there, and it didn't do damage to me. So I need to figure out what causes them to actually do damage versus not do damage. Because that's something I actually don't know. I'm not sure what's causing me to have the sudden on-take of damage. Yeah, we need to keep backing up here, Hunter. I don't know how well this is gonna go. Alright, come on, guys. Come on, Shaman, get in there, we good. Well, we're not good, but this is as good as it's gonna get, I think. So this pet is on me. Don't be scared to use the pet as a way to build holy power as well. Anything you can use to build holy power is going to be a good thing. I call it fishing. You know how some people will be like, yeah, I'm fishing for a proc. Well, I fish for holy power whenever I'm playing a paladin. So, this BG, obviously, pretty big loss there at the end. Actually, it wasn't even a big loss. We lost by just a little bit. Not the top healer, as we had a bit of a rough ride. But regardless, I hope you guys learned something. And if not, I hope you enjoyed the video anyway. I'll see you in the next Battleground.